Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel Curious Fox's little quick vlog to say I'm doing Inktober this year. Inktober is drawing 31 pictures in ink, and it's about like when you ink, like when people do comics and they pencil comics and then they do the inking, and it's all about making pictures with ink. The idea is that you use traditional ink like pens and dip pens and stuff, but if you want to do digital inking you can, but it's my first year doing it, so I don't really know. I can't really advise you on anything, but I'm doing Inktober, and the thing is I'm each of my artworks that I'm doing for Inktober is going to be on my blog, and you'll be free to everybody who wants to colour it in. So if you want to print it off and colour it in or collect it for a colouring book, then, but don't sell it though. It's not for people to sell, so it's free for you to print off and colour and give me complete credit for, well, not you colouring in, but give me credit for saying that's where you got it. So it's really exciting and it's going to be fun, and I've started early because with art projects, if I get stressed, then it's kind of like my body sort of tells me when to like stop, because I had a migraine the other week because I got myself frustrated looking for a new planner, and then I got migraine with aura, and my brain was telling me just stop, you've got to stop, put the iPad down. So if I get really stressed out, then I don't really have any choice other than to stop and rest. So I've started Inktober early so I might have got all my drawings together by the start of October, and then each of my Inktober drawings I will put up on the internet each day and you'll be able to see how I'm doing. So if you follow me on Twitter at CuriosityRocks, then you can see my Inktober drawings, and I'm really excited, and it'd be really cool to see what everybody else's drawings are. So awesome, and I'll put a link to the Inktober website in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. You know dissociation when you're autistic? Does anybody ever get that feeling that they're not actually, that they're in like a character, like say they're in a costume and the costume's like doing everything? I kind of feel like that at the moment, and I'm sort of having sensory issues with lights because I don't know, but then when I get migraines I get paranoid and think, oh, there's something that's happening, and it's not, it's just my sensory system being weird, and I get worried about stuff. So and I haven't been in space because I haven't been keeping my glasses tidy, clean enough. So sorry, my brain's being weird, I don't know. So that's what I'm up to. I'm doing Inktober, so I'm doing lots of drawing. So just quick little vlog to say that's what I'm doing. So if you're adult, like enjoy adult colouring, then you might want to follow my Twitter, because there might be some things you want to colour in, and if you don't like them you don't have to. I was just saying, so I've got to actually go and draw them now. But it's really fun. I've already done something different with my inking that I usually do, because I usually just do very tight lines, and I've tried different size pens, so I've already done something different, so I'm already learning. So yeah, so when once October starts you'll be able to see what I've drawn. So I hope everybody's having fun and everybody's okay. It's just the thing with my sensory is like light levels, because in some rooms it's yellow light, and then some rooms it's nice bright white light, and then some rooms it's dim, and then some rooms it's brighter, and because it's getting darker outside it's like difficult. So I kind of been worried that my brain's gonna fall out my ears or something, but it's just so yeah, that's what I've been sort of worrying about in my brain. Because sometimes I feel like sometimes the outside and the inside is like one piece, but then other times I feel like I'm in a costume. But I don't tend to have dissociative episodes anymore where this part of me completely broke off, because I used to have those and then it was really scary. But now I've learned a lot more about myself, and I don't know if it's because I'm on antidepressants too. I think I can accept that dissociative feelings more. It's like, it's okay, just part of me's having a rest and just get on and have some fun. So I guess that's, but I've never really understood dissociation regarding being autistic, because I dissociate every day when I'm making coffee or stuff, because I'm just such an excitable, like the me that's inside here talking is an excitable child here, and I float about thinking of creative stuff while my body's doing all the coffee stuff, and then I'll go, I'll be here, and then I'm like so it's kind of weird. So I had the headache because the aura I used, that's what happened when I was like sensory overloaded. And to be fair, the recent migraine I had, I got aura where you get fuzzy mouth and a fuzzy arm, and then the headache, and that was because I've been on my iPad for about 20 hours straight, and then my brain, and because I spent like a week or so getting really angry about trying to find a new planet, so I think my brain just took over and said, look, it's just stop, because that's what happens with me if I get overloaded, because I'm not very good at monitoring my body, because it's like somebody else is the pilot, and they like tell me I've got to stop and do stuff, but and the little kid who's like going, no, I want to keep shopping, I want to go shopping, I want to do this, I want to go shopping, oh, I'm going to do this, oh, and then I'll go off and pretend I'm with celebrities or in a programme or singing and dancing, and my body will carry on, and then sometimes I get too excited and too hyper focused, and my body will say, stop it now, come on, I'm sorry, I'm gonna press the button and I'm gonna shut you down, because there's like somebody who controls the button. It's like pushing a robot, turning a robot off, and somebody comes in and turns this off, and I have to be turned off because I'm too wanting to do everything. So I was a bit upset that I had a migraine, because my brain never does it on gently, they always have to make it scary. So since then I've been sort of feeling like I'm in a Mickey Mouse costume or something. But it's okay now, because before I got my autism diagnosis and stuff, that was really scary, but now I learned a lot from people on Twitter and that, and it's not as scary now. But when I tried to tell my doctor before, like a couple, 2, 3, 4 years ago, I said, there's this thing that happens, and he said, no, we don't need to know about that. I was like, but it's like, I never actually want to tell the doctor anything, because it's like, doesn't get it. It's like something I want to actually express, because it's something I used to be worried about. Now I know that it's sort of autism shutdown kind of process, but back then they just dismissed me and I didn't get to understand it, because the general practitioners, like, it's like they don't know, and it's like, well, obviously they know stuff, but they don't understand me. So I find it hard to say anything, and I don't even like going to the GP, because it smells, and I get really bad OCD, and I wish there was somewhere you could go where it was like the GP, where it was like near your home, but it was like just like a home, like just go in and chat on a sofa, so you don't have to go in a big scary medically looking place. I wish they would make places that you can go and talk about your brain, and it's like a home with a nice comfy sofa and familiar. Or there was people that they could send out that who have a chat with you at your home, so you don't have to go to any scary places. Because, yeah, I haven't really told my mum and dad that I've been worried about it, but and I don't really know how other people see through their eyes, but it's like lots of light. It's like not seeing like all light levels the same. It's like all light levels, they sort of spark off places, and they go into my eyes differently, and everything's all weird, and it's quite harsh, and I tend to like crave like brighter light, but then if it flares in my face, and I've been struggling a bit with that this week. So yeah, so I didn't. But I signed up to the Autistica research community, and what I've always wanted is kind of them to look at my brain, well, not for them specifically, for to see my brain, see what my brain is doing, to make sure it's not being a bad brain and being a good brain. But you only ever get, but you have to go to scary places for that. And the presenters of TV shows only ever get that because they're presenting a TV show about it, so they get free looks at their brains, like Michael Mosley. So yeah, see, this is a weird vlog. But I got lots of new Lego sets, which is awesome. I've got to finish this one, and I've got to put all these pieces away. This was the Disney castle in this box. This box here, I've got to put them away. I put them in my drawers, and I have room because I bought that the Ninjago City shopping place. I built it, and a buzz. I bought the London Buzz set so I can do some buzz stories, autism education, all about my experience with buzzes. So I got that set. And Pirates of the Pirates of the Caribbean set in a carousel, because I adore carousels. I always have adored carousels. I love them. So I'm excited. So I've got lots of Lego to build, but mostly at the moment I'll be concentrating on Inktober. So if any of the actual autistic community have any similar experiences with vision and lighting levels, be nice to know about, because then it feels like you're not alone and it's not you malfunctioning as a robot. Because sometimes I think, oh, I'm the only one who has these issues, and then it gets really scary. But when you talk on Twitter with people, it's like, oh, that's what that is, and then it's like not as scary then. So I hope so not. It's a shame that we have to keep getting stressed with that. There's people on Twitter who come on and still start spreading utter myths and utter crap and utter shitty judgments about autistic people and autism, and we have to keep getting really stressed out just existing, because other people who don't understand autism make it really difficult for us to just exist and have a good time. So I have this other thing. I've always well, does anybody else, like, when I go to Orchard, I always feel like, oh, they see me as the naive little kid one. Like, there's a grown-up one who's like really good at adulting, and I'm like the naive little kid, and they're like, oh. That's what sometimes feels like, and sometimes it feels that because I'm not too good with relationships. I've had them, but it feels like, oh, so you're not good enough, you're like a little kid, you don't really understand anything, and it's like, that's where it's hard and I get lonely, and this is a kind of a confessional vlog. I'm gonna go now because I want to do some drawing. So I love everybody, I love yous, and yeah, I hope everybody is having fun and having a good time. So I hope you have enjoyed this vlog, and thank you for watching. Yay!